Roger, it's a pleasure to serve under your chairmanship, and I congratulate my honourable friend from Gloucester for his efforts in bringing this debate forward. We all know that governments in the last 10 years or so have had to make some very difficult financial decisions, but I think it's fair to say that the FE sector has been one that has suffered perhaps more than others, and certainly more than is desirable. In an area such as my Cleethorpes constituency and the neighbouring town of Grimsby, which have suffered a significant decline over the last 30 or 40 years following the loss of their core industry, too many of our young people have been actually lacking in the vision and opportunities that do lie ahead, and the FE colleges have done a considerable work in building that. Indeed, it's noticeable that the principal at Franklin College in Grimsby said to me that our students go on to contribute to the town, region and country, and that's particularly... I will give way on this occasion.
Would he agree with me that colleges play an absolutely vital role in the community, not just for education, but a far wider range of activities, as mine in Stafford, in the Newcastle and Stafford group does?
Yeah, I thank my honourable friend. I mean, he's absolutely right. And the point I was making is that the colleges here have given the young people in the Cleethorpes area the opportunity to gain that vision and look at the ambitions that are possible, and also actually to retain those young people once they have qualified in the local area, which is particularly important. If I could just go on in the short time I have, Sir Roger, to mention some of the other points that the principals at the two colleges have drawn to my attention. They of course draw attention to the fact that over the last 10 years there has been a 30% funding cut in two FE colleges, and as the principal at Franklin College points out, in actual fact, to start off with, that actually helped to them in as much as they did recognise that there were economies to be made and efficiencies that could be gained. I think one important point that I'd like to put on record, Sir Roger, is the point that both colleges have drawn to my attention, is the fact that in this country, on average, FE students are getting about 14 or 15 hours tuition per week, and that compares, for example, with 26 hours in Canada, 27 in Singapore and 30 in Shanghai. And when we realise that we are in a competitive situation, we need to train our young people to go out and qualify and get the qualifications that enable our younger people to compete for the jobs that in what is, whether we like it or not, a global economy. So I think, in conclusion, Sir Roger, I would just appeal to the Minister. She can see from the strength of feeling and the number of people who've turned up this morning how strongly across-party feelings are on this issue, and I would urge her, and we will give her full support in her battles with the